Welcome to the 2022 Enye Awards. Tonight, this program is coming to you from CBS News in Washington, D.C. I'm Finn Gómez, your host for the evening, and it is my pleasure to recognize those who contribute to the excellence in news coverage that honors Hispanic, Latino, and Latinx cultures, and to celebrate the outstanding storytelling and journalism that contributes to informing our communities. In showcasing the Latino perspective with the world, our finalists have done justice to our community. Their journalistic commitment to demonstrating the impact of our diverse community makes them the most deserving candidates, and they deserve to be celebrated. The Enye Awards is administered by NAHJ, the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, which showcases the talents of young and seasoned journalists who are paving their own trails in storytelling and innovation. As political director, I'm the first ever Latino in this role for any of the major networks, and I'm grateful to CBS News for giving me this opportunity. I'm proud of the path that I've traveled and those who have helped me tremendously, like my colleagues from NHJ. Tonight, we have an opportunity to amplify, to celebrate the work of those who are helping so many others with their important journalism and who are placing a spotlight on the impact of Latino communities. Latinos are driving the country's demographic growth and represent over 60 million individuals residing in the United States. We're not yet realizing our potential in representation across industry sectors, but many are pushing forward and never giving up on that vision. You'll see this in the upcoming stories that capture our determination and collective spirit. We will recognize journalists in a variety of categories tonight, including print digital journalism, radio online journalism, and TV online video journalism. We will also present 2 Vanguard Awards for outstanding investigative journalism and coverage of Latino civil rights and social justice. Throughout the evening, we'll hear from industry stewards and rising stars. But before we get started, NHJ would like to thank our presenting sponsor, Toyota. We count on this partnership to help bring our community together, to strengthen and to make sure we get to where we need to be. This is an opportunity for us to acknowledge Toyota's commitment to fair representation through their sponsorship of this event and in their efforts to promote incredible journalism. Thank you, Toyota, for stepping up to make a difference.
We are the strong, the tenacious and compassionate members of diverse communities. We don't let others define us. We remember our roots, while bravely writing the script for our own future. We have an undeniable zest for life, and a heart that beats with resounding determination. Whether it's supporting our Toyota team members, embracing the richness of their cultural diversity, or partnering with them to drive business decisions, or serving the community, collaborating with grassroots and national organizations. Together, we're improving access to opportunities, where members of every generation can thrive. We celebrate you. When we come together, we can create limitless possibilities for all. Vayamos juntos.
Toyota is the most valued ally for NHJ, and we thank you for your commitment to help improve representation across the industry. You were instrumental in making this event possible, and your sponsorship of these 2022 NHJ Enye Awards is much appreciated. Journalism has empowered our community by providing a platform through which to learn and share the stories of our people. The Latino Issues Awards recognize our experiences. They may not always be equally represented, but are essential nonetheless, and those who are committed to uplifting Latino voices. The print and digital category focuses on stories that are told mostly through text. Whether you received a printed daily or a digital newsletter that lands in your inbox every morning, words influence minds and movements. Maintaining a high level of integrity in journalism requires an understanding of the power of words. Our finalists have all demonstrated this quality. Let's take a look at our finalists in this category. Thank you to everyone who submitted their entries for this award. Our winner in the print digital journalism category is a lead reporter who provided us with an uncommon topic, incredible visuals, and information demonstrating the current problems facing the industry worldwide. Using technology, data, and reporting effectively, revealed a scathing picture of the impacts of sugarcane burning on the public's health, particularly those of color. The winner for the Print Digital Journalism Emmy Award goes to Lulu Ramadan from the Palm Beach Post ProPublica for the entry, Black Snow, Big Sugar's Burning Problem. I'd like to congratulate Lulu once again on winning the Print Digital Journalism Award. Quality audio journalism takes a lot of skill and intention to tell the story in its truth and captivate its audience. Our next finalists have exemplified these principles and paved the way in innovation and integrity in radio and online audio journalism. Let's meet the finalists in the radio online audio journalism category.
Maria, the people of Maria, 4 years later. I'm Brenda León, this is Cutline.
Vivir un huracán categoría 5, pues, causa.
Tampoco había agua, el problema con las gasolinas, el problema con los medicamentos.
We owe it to the memory
Todo.
of those that didn't make it.
Erika Heiser y José Luis Ramírez conversan con sus dos pequeñas hijas de 8 y 11 años antes de enviarlas a dormir.
¿Qué te pones, cómo te lo pones, cuándo te lo pones?
Las pequeñas de Erika y José Luis fueron de las primeras en vacunarse en Texas para la edición semanaria del noticiero Latino desde Houston, Texas. Mariana Pineda.
Carrie Sheridan from WUSF in Tampa has spent some time over the past year with the women whose job it is to search for migrant farm workers' children.
Cologne says the parents just didn't know how to get their kids into school. The migrant education team helped them get vaccinations and fill out paperwork.
This is Class of COVID-19.
Wow, incredible work by all of our finalists. Across the board, incredibly impactful reporting. Radio Online Audio Journalism Award goes to a reporter who prioritizes thoughtful reflection and strong source voices about the aftermath of hurricane devastation. Despite having expert sound mixing from the start, the audio story structure that follows two different families' perspective now years later, as well as a former San Juan mayor who made international headlines after the incident, is what makes it so compelling. This piece's sourcing is surpassed only by its storytelling. In addition to the critical importance of this topic, the judges described this story as the epitome of what journalists should do. Go back to the big story years later and follow up on the people most affected by it. Now, the winner of the Radio Online Audio Journalism Award goes to Brenda Leon from Connecticut Public Radio with her entry, Los de Maria, 4 years after the hurricane, still making a home.
Hi, I'm Noelle Castillo, and it's an honor to be here this evening at the 2022 ENYE Awards to present the photography category. Thank you to the National Association of Hispanic Journalists for the work that you do to ensure fair and accurate representation in the news and media. Not only do pictures help to enhance a story, they also tell a story all their own. Whenever photos are thoughtfully incorporated into news, they add context and clarity. A photo can make or break a story in the world of media, making photojournalism an essential skill. Tonight's finalists meet the highest journalistic standards in an effort to convey the truth. Let's take a look. Our judges described tonight's winner as having meaningful and advanced visual storytelling skills, in addition to demonstrating clear and well-edited stories. Congratulations to the winner of this year's photography category, Gary Coronado from Los Angeles Times, for Migrant Deaths, Rio Grande Valley.
Thank you. I'm honored to receive this award presented by the National Association of Hispanic Journalists. I would like to thank the family of Rosario Giron for letting myself and former Los Angeles Times reporter Molly Hennessy Fisk into their home, allowing us to tell the story of the tragic ending of Rosario's life. Also, I'd like to thank the Los Angeles Times for providing the resources to cover immigration issues and the photo editors at the Times. Most important are the people whom I tell their stories through photographs. Thank you again.
My next introduction is to an individual who has dedicated his life to inspiring people around the world through entertainment. DeVon Franklin is the co-producer of Flamin' Hot, the inspirational movie about Richard Montañez, who rose from humble beginnings to become a successful businessman when he invented a favorite snack, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I'd like to extend a warm welcome tonight to award-winning producer, New York Times best-selling author, President and CEO of Franklin Entertainment, DeVon Franklin.
Hi, I'm DeVon Franklin, producer of the upcoming film Flamin' Hot for Disney, Searchlight, and Hulu. Flamin' Hot tells the incredible, true story of Richard Montañez. Richard Montañez is the son of a Mexican immigrant. He worked as a janitor for Frito-Lay, but he didn't see himself as only a janitor. He saw himself as more than that. And as a result of what he saw, it wasn't just what he saw about himself. It's also what he saw in the products that he was servicing every day in the factory. One day he realized that there were no flavors in the marketplace that really represented his culture and community. So he went to the higher ups and said, what would happen if we put chili powder on a Cheeto and marketed it to the Latino community in Southern California? They gave him the opportunity to do it. And the next thing you know, Flamin' Hot Cheetos becomes a billion-dollar brand. And Richard Montañez goes from being the janitor to becoming one of the top executives at Frito-Lay, where he served for 42 years and recently just retired. I am honored to be able to tell this story, and I am excited that I was able to partner with the incomparable Eva Longoria. Eva Longoria directed Flamin' Hot. This is her directorial debut, and let me tell you, it is going to inspire and motivate you, because this is just not a Latino story, it's an American story. And this is why I am so committed as a black man to telling this story and being an advocate and a partner to the Latino community, because there is power and strength in numbers. I've been in Hollywood for over 25 years, and I can tell you that there is still a frontier in Hollywood that we must conquer. And that frontier are more stories of black and brown people, stories that can change the world, stories that are not yet being told. And we cannot rest until those stories make their way to the world. This is why I'm so honored to be here at the Inye Awards, because you honor people who are telling stories that otherwise would not be told. I want to encourage you as you tell stories to be reminded of a saying that I learned from Richard Montañez. Richard Montañez has a saying that says this: every revelation leads to a revolution. If you have received an Inye Award tonight, or if you've even been nominated for an Inye Award, it's because you got revelations about certain stories and you followed those revelations. Let me tell you, every story you tell, every revelation that you have is going to lead to a cultural revolution. Even when it looks like it's not going to happen, even when it looks like you want to quit. Because let me tell you, the road to getting Flamin' Hot made was not easy. I started this process in 2017, and it took over 4 years for the movie to finally get into production. And then now the movie won't come out for another year. You gotta stay the course. Revelations lead to revolutions, but you gotta stay committed. I would like to congratulate every Inye Award winner. I am honored to be here, and I just want to thank the National Association of Hispanic Journalists for doing what you do and making sure that those that are putting their lives on the front lines are being honored for the stories they tell. God bless you. May God keep you. And I can't wait to see you soon.
I'm especially excited for this next award. It's time to take a look at the 2022 finalists in the TV online video journalism category. The number of Latinos receiving, consuming, and sharing false news and misinformation online is higher than the overall population. With sustained reporting about important health guidance, growing social justice movements, and economic uncertainty, disseminating news quickly and accurately is crucial. Take a look at our finalists who have excelled at not only making their stories come to life through video, but in keeping our communities well-informed and engaged.
I'm one of your doctors. I'm Dr. Kalani. Can I come in?
When I'm not at work, I feel anxious. It is very depressing to see patients pass away.
It's important for us to continue to talk about the traumas that we're experiencing on a daily basis, for them to be able to see the patient and understand better when we say they're suffering.
Y terminamos con un niño latino de 9 años que se convirtió en el bombero más joven de Nueva Jersey. El pequeño Antonio le cumplieron su sueño de unirse al cuerpo de bomberos gracias a la fundación Make-A-Wish. Él sufrió una condición de riñón desde los 22 meses y fue sometido a un trasplante hace 2 años. Por eso el jefe de bomberos de Passaic lo reconoció como un verdadero héroe.
People that I've met in this community that knew Adam tell me that they're in pain. To me, the statement "we are Adam" means that a lot of us grew up like him in similar environments and are faced with the same situations that he was that evening and the life that was surrounding him at that time. We are Adam.
The winner for the TV Online Video Journalism Award demonstrated great use of video. The eye-opening topic brought light to an increasing issue following the pandemic happening with food delivery drivers. We had respect for these workers before, but this story raises the bar even higher. Fantastic work. It's my honor to announce that the TV Online Video Journalism Award goes to Marta Planels from Noticias Telemundo for the entry Un Día en la Vida de un Latino Deliverista en Nueva York.
Wow, thank you so much for this recognition. Este es un trabajo muy importante para nosotros. Durante la pandemia contamos varias veces las historias de los deliveristas latinos en un momento tan difícil, pero Juana Redondo y Felipe Gálvez trajeron esta historia a la mesa con un punto de vista diferente y este reconocimiento nos ayuda mucho a continuar contando las historias de los latinos en Estados Unidos. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Leslie Ann Frank, Director of Next Gen Initiatives at the National Association of Hispanic Journalists. Through the Emerging Journalist Program of NAHJ, resources are provided to a group of dedicated students as they progress along their academic path toward launching a journalism career. From financial aid to professional work experience to matching them with mentors to assist them, we offer a wide range of support to help them succeed. In addition to working with academic advisors of nearly 30 student chapters across the country, we identify mentors for our professional chapters. Our mission, to realize more Latinos in news, dictates the importance of preparing the next generation for careers in journalism. The more we help our students become qualified, experienced candidates, the more likely they are to be hired in newsrooms around the country. Student journalists bring new ideas, fresh perspectives, and a revitalization of passion for storytelling. These young reporters are leading the way in the next generation of journalism. We're honored to have received so many submissions from students who are dedicated to their craft. Tonight, I'm honored to present the Student Print Online Award, the category that recognizes the written work of promising journalists in their schools and communities. In an increasingly visual world, the ability to captivate an audience through words can be more difficult, but the finalists in this category demonstrated extremely well. Despite the fact that NAHJ student members are emerging journalists with an abundance of potential ahead of them, trailblazers and mentors encourage students to be fearless and experiment. This year's Student Print Online Award, Winning Piece, is indeed transformative. This year's winner was described by a judge as being filled with the soul of journalism, tremendously impactful, inspiring, and honest. It reminded all of us why we love this profession. With that being said, the Genesis duo is back again this year, clinching the category in a tie. The 2022 Student Print Journalism Enye Award goes to Genesis Gonzalez Diaz and Genesis Rodriguez Torres from ONCE. Felicidades.
Hola, soy Genesis González Díaz. Estoy muy feliz por este reconocimiento. Quiero agradecer a Lilian Agosto, Glorimar Velázquez y Emanuel Estrada por su apoyo en la creación de esta serie. Este premio se lo quiero dedicar a mi familia en Puerto Rico. Muchas gracias y felicidades a todos los colegas ganadores esta noche.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No, ni cerca.
Are we there yet?
No, querido.
Are we there yet, Pedro?
No, mija.
Gracias, mi gente. This is a dream come true. But are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet, Mr. President? No. Todavía no. Repeat after me.
Are we there yet?
Magnificent desolation.
Not yet.
Good evening. On behalf of the NAHJ National Board, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us for this incredible celebration of achievements. My name is Yvette Cabrera, National President for the NAHJ. The next award this evening is the Al Newharth Award for Investigative Journalism. Al Newharth was the founder of USA Today, the Freedom Forum, and its museum. He was also the former chairman and chief executive officer of Gannett Company. In honor of his achievements, NAHJ celebrates a journalist or team who has done groundbreaking work in investigative journalism in their community. Investigative reporting makes critical contributions to the society in which we live. By keeping those in power accountable for their actions, investigative reporters limit injustice and better the world.
Yasuní National Park is home to some of the greatest biodiversity on the planet. But this land is in danger because underneath this spectacular area lies another kind of treasure: oil.
All to satisfy the world's demand for oil. And one of the biggest consumers is here in the U.S. Our investigation begins deep in Ecuador's rainforest.
Risking arrest, this rare video taken in July by Yasunidos captured several bulldozers at work carving through pristine rainforest deep inside Yasuní. But Ecuador's president is actually the one expanding the drilling, vowing to double oil production and open up more sections of this rainforest for oil and mineral exploration.
If we don't stop to think about where this oil comes from and what is happening to the people in those communities, then we will all be affected. We will all suffer.
In an incredibly well-told story that brought to light numbers that the public couldn't have otherwise grasped, this year's investigative winners leveraged well-done interviews, great use of drone videography, clear and concise writing, and infographics that helped convey a complex issue. For a truly excellent and well-rounded package, we have a tie. Congratulations to the winners of this year's Al Newharth Award for Investigative Journalism: NBC News producer Christine Romo and anchor Tom Llamas of Top Story with Tom Llamas, NBC News Now, for the segment Crude Reality: One U.S. state consumes half the oil from the Amazon.
Thank you so much to NAHJ for this incredible award. Our entire team is absolutely thrilled. Tom Llamas, Top Story, NBC News Investigations, we are completely honored to receive the Al Newharth Investigative Award. We also want to thank Amazon Watch and Stand.Earth, as well as Nemo Giguita, the absolutely fearless indigenous leader in Ecuador. It would not have been possible without her. Thank you very much for this award. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much for this award and the recognition, but really all of the credit goes to our producer, Christine Romo, and our NBC News investigative unit who worked so hard on this piece. We also want to thank some other groups that were open to interviews, including Amazon Watch and Stand.Earth, along with those tribal leaders that were so brave to talk to us on camera. We thank you for acknowledging us, and we're glad this type of journalism is being put out there to our viewers. Thank you.
The Eñe Awards embody our individuality that shines through in Latino storytelling. Each of the finalists tonight shares a dedication to journalism and a belief in its impact in connecting humanity. We move to conclude tonight's awards with the NAHJ Elaine Rivera Civil Rights and Social Justice Award. Elaine Rivera was a former NAHJ board member. Her commitment to social justice was evident in her contributions as a working journalist and with this organization. In her honor, this award celebrates excellence in coverage of civil rights of Latino Americans and issues of social justice for Latinos. Too often these stories go untold, but they are woven into our society nonetheless. Thank you to everyone who has committed to creating a space for Latino voices. Your efforts are of great importance.
And now to this story on this Friday night. A man stops breathing while struggling with deputies inside a Harupa Valley grocery store.
Deputies tell Ernie Serrano to relax as they push his bloodied face down on a grocery store conveyor belt.
In a disturbing and eye-opening report, tonight's winner reveals a trend that's been hiding in plain sight: the high number of Latinos killed by police. While discussions about police violence have often focused appropriately on the deaths of Black Americans at the hands of police, the toll on the Latino community has largely been ignored. Latinos are killed by police at nearly double the rate of white Americans. The report explains why the trend has gone unnoticed. Sometimes incomplete record keeping is at fault. A Latino victim, for example, is listed by race as white or Black. But the lack of attention also reflects a tendency to view some aspects of police-community relations solely through a Black and white lens. The 2022 NAHJ Elaine Rivera Civil Rights and Social Justice Award goes to Sylvia Foster Frau of The Washington Post for her entry, "Latinos are disproportionately killed by police. Their deaths go largely untold." Congratulations, Sylvia.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. It was truly a privilege to be able to tell the story of how Latinos are impacted by police violence. And it wasn't just a story of statistics. I dug into the cultural and historical factors that lead to this incredibly underrepresented issue. I learned, for example, about outdated police reporting that doesn't have an option for recording the Hispanic ethnicity. I also learned about the historical Black-white dynamic in the United States that sometimes leads to the invisibility of Latinos. It was an incredibly emotional and rewarding experience as well to get to know about the life of Ernie Serrano, the central figure in my story who was beaten by police and later died in the hospital. Who he was, the life he led, the poetry he wrote, all told to me by his family, and all that is no longer with us. I'd like to thank my former editor, Victoria Benning, for making the story the best version of itself, and also Amanda Lopez, the photographer, whose photos really made the people in my story come to life. And lastly, I want to thank the Washington Post for giving me the time and resources and opportunity to uncover this incredibly important issue to our community. Thank you all so, so much.
I want to thank our partners at Toyota and to our viewers watching for spending the evening with us. And congratulations to all the winners tonight. It is a pleasure to highlight your work and your excellence in journalism. There is a rapid growth of the Latino community in this country, and journalism connects us to our roots, unites us in movements, and protects our rights. We remain healthy and safe because of it. You play an important role in informing people and keeping them engaged with the world around them. This function is essential. It is now time to take advantage of this moment and continue to write and report so that our stories and our culture can be recognized and celebrated by everyone. Our beautifully diverse society holds great value for everyone here at CBS News, and it has been a pleasure to pay tribute to it. We'll see you next year, live and in person from Los Angeles, California.